maybe I'd stop being a lion.
Wait. All right. Let me just push this in. I mean, it's in, isn't it? Done that before as well. Let's go. Oh God. Please don't talk to me. Please don't want to talk to me. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, this man's gonna. I need to avoid this man. Is that terrible of me? Good boy. I might have to stop this. I really don't want to stop this. Good boy. It's warm. I've got a fucking hoodie on. I did the thing I do, which is going out the back. Is it too hot for a hoodie? Is it too cold to go out without one? No, we're not doing that, Tucker. Oh, I think we might have to do it. Leave it. Come on, let's go this way. This way. Good boy. Oh, well done. Thank you. That's very helpful, Tucker. I'm very grateful. This man, right? He's fine. Nothing wrong with him. He's got a dog, big dog, which again is fine. We've met. Come on, let's go this way. Good boy. I was out the front of my house the other day. I looked at the doorbell for, someone knocked at the door, rang the doorbell, right? So I'd seen on the doorbell, and the bush was like, the wind was blowing the bush, and it was overgrowing, and I thought, I should go and trim some of that. So I was out the front of my house trimming it, and that guy, he's an old guy. Oh my God, he's walking this way now. Jesus. Let's just keep going. That guy, he's an old guy. I'd never seen him before this day when I was outside my house. He walked past me with his dog. Big dog, slow. Both walking slow. Dog was off the lead. Fine. It was a well-behaved dog, very obedient and not causing any problems. But I was doing some gardening, right? Because I'm trimming my bush. And he stops and talks to me. Just makes conversation. You're doing a good job. And I just started talking about fucking bushes and gardening. And he was telling me about his house, his old house, and the garden he had, and the new house he's in, and it's smaller, and the gardening, how long he does, right? And I'm just people pleasing at this point. Oh, right, yeah. I don't know how to get out of this. I don't want to be in this conversation. I fucking hate gardening. I'm just doing it because it's overgrowing, and I thought, well, that's a bit untidy now. I'll just trim it, cut the edges off to make it look a bit tidier and less like nobody cares. And he just happened to be walking past my house, and he stopped to chat. For fuck's sake. That's the last thing I want, right? And are we going that way? I think he's gone now, actually. Yeah. Are we? Okay. I've not been. Well, we have been this way once before. Not with you. This is not what we do, Tucker. So this guy's chatting to me, and I'm like, fuck me. In my head, I'm like, fuck off. Leave me alone. But I was people pleasing and being polite and chatty and nice, talking with him about gardening, which I hate. And fucking hell, he stood there for ages talking to me. Claire come out to go out, and was like, oh, who's this? You were having a conversation with? What's going on? Like, she fucked off wherever she was going, and I was left with him. And then I've seen him a number of times. I've driven past him in the car. I've seen him go in his house. I know where he lives now. Oh, that guy lives there, And he walks up, he walks past our house to take his dog for a walk. And that was it. I just knew if I'd have got close enough, he'd have started talking to me. I don't need that added, unanticipated, I was anticipating it, but unexpected stress. I just wanted to come out and do this, right? And now look, I'm where I am. Where the fuck am I now? I did have something I wanted to talk about, so I think I'm going to do that. Everything's okay, isn't it? So I've been here, I know where I am. It's just not what we do, so I just got to accept that now. Move past it. So yeah, right. So I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's like it's a bit like part and parcel. You know, it's related, and the time has passed. I'm not going to mention names or be offensive. I'll try not to be offensive because that's not my aim to anybody. Oh, that's quite good, isn't it? Shall we have a little look in here? Little wooded area. Hopefully there's nobody. We found a good little walking place somewhere else. We have to drive to it, and it's all like woods, and it's cool. It's just cool. There's a little track through it, and the trees grow over, and it's like a little really long tunnel, but it's just trees. It's really good. Yeah, right. So the very first video of these I made, I was out walking, him speaking, and then I saw somebody that I knew, and I knew I'm going to be speaking to this person, so I had to stop filming. And then I picked up, you know, when I stopped I walked with this person while I spoke with them, and then I started filming again, and I was pretty dysregulated, and all in my head a bit, and I said that I felt like I knew I had to do something, and I know exactly what to do about something and what I needed to do. Right, leave it. I see what it is. Leave it. And I chose. It was a conscious decision not to speak about it because it was raw, you know, and also not about me. But I felt like I was compelled to do something, and I'm going to talk about that now because that was ages ago. The impact, my intervention, or I don't know if that's the right word, my input that I was planning to or thinking of doing, which was going to be stressful for me, but I felt it was for the greater good and for the benefit of this other person. And I felt like those things outweighed my own dysregulation about it. I spoke to Claire about it afterwards, and she said, no, I probably shouldn't. And she's probably right, you know. And it turns out, I mean, that day was stressful because of this interaction, really, and this conversation. Well, I mean, wasn't the only things, but it triggered in me like a rolling momentum of stuff around this thing where I thought I had to do things. I did have to do a certain thing, and I'm going to explain it. Right, so this person, I worked with this person at the place I work now, and I first met this person when I started the first job there. I've had three jobs at this place I work for 3 different companies. Well, it's 2 jobs really, but for 3 different companies. And when I first went there, the first job I had, we worked for the same company. We were in the same team. In fact, this person and I worked very closely together because we were the 2 postal. There's 3 postal people, and I'm not sure about this now, Tucker. Look at this. Can I do that? Yeah. No, I don't think I can. No, I can't. I'm not going to bother. It's all overgrown, mate. Let's turn around and go the other way. Come on. It's not like the other one, is it? So this is when I first saw this person. It wasn't when I had an interview. I had to go there for something. I had to go there to drop something. I mean, I've got to be careful what I say, right? So for different reasons. to work at the place I work, you have to be security vetted, and part of the process was for me to give them my details and stuff, right? So I had to go there after I'd had my interview, after I'd been offered the job, given the job, and I'd accepted it. And this is me going, yeah, all right, okay, what do I have to do to get in, basically? And I had to go and drop some stuff off, documents, things like that. So I went there, and this guy who, again, another work colleague, supervisor of all the people, that small team of people, right, that we kind of work closely together. He came and picked me up because I couldn't get in. You can't just walk in there. All right, I'm not liking this either, Tucker. Let's go back. And so he picked me up, took me in, and he drove me around the site to just show me the site. It's fucking massive. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing this for? I'm not going to remember any of this yet. I will remember it, but not yet, not now. Anyway, he drove me around, and we went to the building that we work out of. And it was during a work day. And so I walked through the building with this guy to go and see somebody else. Oh, same bit. And I saw some of the workers, and I saw this person. That was the first time I laid eyes on this person. Didn't speak with any of them, but I overheard this person's, they were talking to each other. I overheard this person communicating and saw them. Now, I was like, this is, okay, so I don't mean any offense, right? This was, if I had no awareness of myself and wasn't able to sort of, to some degree, keep check of my responses and reactions and things, it would have been like a double take. What the fuck? I was taken aback by this person, by their appearance and by the sounds they were making. Oh my god, there's a lot of shit everywhere. Good boy, go on. There's a skate park there. No skaters on it. And yeah, I don't know if I knew straight away. I was just a bit weirded out, and I was in and out of the room, right? It was for a brief sort of line of sight for me and sound, but enough for me to go, like, pay a little bit more attention to this person than everybody else, just for a brief moment. Come on. Now, this person is a woman, and she has retired now. We're in the UK, and retirement age for her is 65. It may have changed. It may have been increased. I'm not sure about that. It was 65 for a long time in the UK. And so that's why I'm saying it's 65. And that's why she retired at 65, is because in her head, retirement age is 65. When she gets to her 65th birthday, she's going to retire. She'll get a bus pass. You get a bus pass when you retire. Well, when you hit retirement age, anyway. And you retire. She's got that in her head. That's what she's got doing. Okay? Now, this person, who's a woman, was born a man. They spent... Oh, he's having a shit. Good timing, Tucker. Hold on. Okay. Last poo bag. Good boy. Right, yes. So, this woman, she was born a man. She spent, I don't know how long, but a good portion of her life as a man, bearing in mind that she's now 65, and I met her 3 years ago. And she had worked at this place that I work at for 40 years. And when she started work there, she was a man. She was known as a man. And now she's known as a woman, and she's a woman. Now, I'm not going to get into any of that, because that's, I've got no... Yeah, let's go that way. Go on. I've got no... It means nothing to me, right? I did a gig once. It's still weird. In my head, it's a little bit weird because it's not me. I don't get it, right? Because I'm autistic. And as far as I'm concerned, Adam and Eve, you're a man or a woman, right? Not that I'm religious. That's another thing we might get into at some other stage. But that's just what I think. And yes, times change and things change, and now there's a lot more of this about, right? Get it, fine, not a problem. But I don't get it. I'm allowed to say that I don't understand why somebody might feel the need to do that, or express themselves or change things about themselves that way. I don't get it, right? That's not what we're talking about. So, but the fact is that she worked there for 40 years, and during that time she transitioned, and now she's the woman. And so when I go there and I meet her, she's just the woman. But I can see that, she wasn't. I think I can conclude she wasn't before it's explicitly said to me, or I'm told, or it's mentioned or something. Because she's a character. Everybody loves her. But yeah, she's a character. So everybody has a soft spot for her. She likes to talk to everybody. I say everybody she sees and interacts with. Now, I worked with her closely because out of this team of people, we were segregated, me, her, and our supervisor in the post room. She was she did the post round. There was the team leader who basically sits in the office at his desk and doesn't want to go out and do the post round. And then I was a new one, and I had to learn the job, so I was doing both of the things. I was learning his stuff and I was learning her stuff, because he was also, he's past retirement age, but he's still there. So, the idea was I had postal experience, and I'd learned that, and to take that on to some degree, which is what I did. Fuck, it's hot. Good boy. So I worked closely with her and developed a soft spot for her. Everybody kind of, she gets a certain amount of grace, right? Whether it's arranged, or she gets it because of this thing. I think everyone else thinks it's because of this thing. She's transitioned her gender, but I don't. Okay, so I'm not educated enough to be able to say exactly what it is. But since I've been learning about my own neurodiversity and other people's autism, ADHD, AuDHD, I have seen, read, heard, watched people talk about transgender people, and I've got to choose the right words now, possibility, or maybe likelihood of older people who have transitioned because they don't understand themselves, or for what, something's not right within them, and they feel that's the thing That's the thing, and they commit to that and do that, when actually maybe they're neurodiverse, and maybe, like, say I'm going to say autistic, right? Maybe they're autistic, and or something, and the thing that they think it isn't, and they don't think about the neurodiversity because they don't have any idea of that. They are born, they're so old, you know, they're of a generation where it didn't exist, or, you know, it was largely unrecognised. And so these kinds of things, you know, it's been reported to have happened a few times, right? Now, I didn't think about it. It was about a year before in fact, it was over a year of me working there. Leave it. I'm doing a short one. Leave it. Come on. Leave it. It's a child. Leave it alone. It. Go on. No. And so it was about over a year before I had my autism diagnosis, assessment and diagnosis. And so that's when I'd been working at this place with her for 6 to 8 months before somebody said to me, I'm going to refer you for an autism assessment. So that's when I started looking at autism, right? So that's when I started learning about that. Now, it didn't happen straight away, but after that learning and I got diagnosed and everything, I realised she's autistic. Absolutely, she is autistic. But she's got no idea. And not only that, I don't think, I'm going to say any, I might be wrong, of her work colleagues, our work colleagues, know that or think that. They just think she's her and she transitioned. She's a bit weird, right? She's, like I said, she's a character. Now, I've developed a bond with this person. She lives on this estate. And so I see her, I drive past her, and obviously when I was at work I saw her every day. Sometimes I've had a lift off her, she's had a lift off me when her car's been in the garage, sort of thing. And I'm not going to get this done, I'm going to have to come back to this. A bond has been created and exists, and I kind of like looked out for her a little bit in my own way, in what I thought I was doing that anyway. And so she's approaching retirement age. But before that, I would say the last year and a bit, she got diagnosed with cancer, and so she's been having chemo, and she had been signed off work, and she got signed off work for the, you know, I can't remember, no, it's more than month by month, maybe it was 3 monthly, every 3 months she was getting a certificate. But because she wasn't at work, I was getting it, she'd give it to me and I'd take it in for her, give it to our boss, big boss, yeah, helping her out and do it for her. I'm going, so yeah, I'll do that. And she was signed off for the entire year, up to the point where she's hit 65 and now she's retiring. And that day, or the first video of these, I met her, saw her, and I think, yes, I had to, it was at the time where I had to, she wanted, because she phones me up, she goes, oh, I've got my certificate, okay, I'll come and meet you and get it off you. So she'd phoned me a few days before, or I knew it was running out or something, I can't really remember. Anyway, when I saw her down there, I was not expecting to see her. Oh my God, she talks forever. She keeps you. I mean, I'm a people pleaser, like that guy, right? I can't get away from her, and she speaks so fast. It's hard to understand what she's saying sometimes. We're back home. I will continue this. I will. I'll make sure I watch this before I come out next time. Yeah, and I shall finish this. See you later. If this fucks up, I will not be impressed.